Welcome to today's class. You have already studied something about the motion of charged particle in magnetic field or the magnetic behavior of current like this. Okay. Now, in the previous chapter that we have all studied that thing. Today's topic is magnetism and matter. Even in this chapter, you are well aware of something like Earth's magnetism, angle of declination, magnetic meridian, etc. We have also gone through the different elements of magnetism, like intensity of magnetization, magnetic intensity of a field, external field, or what we call susceptibility, permeability, relative permeability, etc. Okay. Now today we will discuss the classification of magnetic substances. Well, whenever we talk about the magnet, we have only one thing in our mind. मैग्नेट क्या होता है कि जब भी कोई आयरन या कोई चीज को मैं उसके सामने ले जाऊं तो फट से अट्रैक्ट हो जाए. दिस इज द सो कॉल्ड मैग्नेटिज्म और द नेचुरल मैग्नेटिज्म. बट with the researches going on to all type of material, it is found that it is not strictly associated with only that type of magnetism only, जिसको कि बाद में कैटेगराइज किया गया कि एक अलग टाइप का मैग्नेटिज्म है. मतलब जब पूरा क्लासिफिकेशन हुआ है, दैट मीन्स after having experimental studies with different materials, it has been said that magnetic substances can be classified into three categories: diamagnetic, paramagnetic and ferromagnetic. Okay, तीन टाइप का मैग्नेटिक सब्सटेंसेस होता है. एक डायमैग्नेटिक होता है, एक पैरामैग्नेटिक होता है और एक फेरोमैग्नेटिक होता है. जो कि अभी तक जिस मैग्नेटिज्म से हम लोग वेल अवेयर होते हैं, जो हम लोग जानते हैं, वो होता है फेरोमैग्नेटिज्म, जो कि पट से चिपक जाता है आयरन टाइप के चीज को और ये सब चीज. बाकी दो चीज है वो रिसर्च से पाया गया. इसमें सबसे अजीबोगरीब मामला है डायमैग्नेटिज्म. नाउ वी विल जस्ट डिस्कस ऑल द थ्री मैग्नेटिक सब्सटेंसेस in a category wise, in point wise discussion. We can just observe that there are three types of magnetic substances: diamagnetic, paramagnetic and ferromagnetic substances. First one is diamagnetic substances. What happened when diamagnetic substances or when diamagnetic substance, single substance what we say, is placed in an external field, then it is magnetized, but it is not magnetized in the direction of external field, but it is magnetized just opposite. If this is the direction of magnetic field, it will be magnetized in opposite direction, and that is not very strongly but very feebly, very weakly. Its magnetism is very weak. It is magnetized very feebly opposite to the external magnetic field when it is placed. On the other side, when we call paramagnetic substance, paramagnetic substance is also very feebly magnetized, but it is magnetized along the external magnetic field, that is in the direction of external and magnetic field. अगर external magnetic field ऐसे north to south इस टाइप के हैं मान लो, तो ये it is also magnetized in this direction. It will not be reversed. ठीक है, but इसका magnetization बहुत weak होता है, very weak. Third one is ferromagnetic substance. It is magnetized very strongly and of course in the direction of external field. ये इसका पहला प्रॉपर्टी, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट प्रॉपर्टी. दूसरा देखते हैं, नेट मैग्नेटिक मोमेंट ऑफ एन एटम ऑफ डायमैग्नेटिक मटेरियल इज जीरो. ऐसा क्यों होता है? मोस्टली जितने भी डायमैग्नेटिक मटेरियल होते हैं, जब हम उनको काउंट करते हैं, तो दे ऑलवेज हैव सम पेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. तो पेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स में क्या, एक इलेक्ट्रॉन अगर क्लॉकवाइज मूव करता है तो दूसरा एंटी क्लॉकवाइज मूव करेंगे, तो एक दूसरे के मैग्नेटिक मोमेंट को कैंसिल आउट करते हैं. इसलिए इट हैज जीरो मैग्नेटिक डाइपोल मोमेंट. बट दिस पैरामैग्नेटिक सब्सटेंस हैज सम मैग्नेटिक मोमेंट. ऑल्दो इट इज वेरी वीक, बट इट हैज सम मैग्नेटिक मोमेंट. ओके, डाइपोल मोमेंट. एंड नेट मैग्नेटिक डाइपोल मोमेंट इज वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग. It is so strong that it can very easily be magnetized strongly with the external field. Next point, the sub point is the susceptibility of this diamagnetic substance इज नेगेटिव, बहुत छोटा भी होता है और नेगेटिव भी होता है, ये खास बात है। किसी भी जगह सक्सेसिबिलिटी जिसको हम लोग जाइन से लिखते हैं, अगर कहीं पर भी ये बहुत छोटा अगर है मान लीजिए, तो अब ये समझ लीजिए, और नेगेटिव भी है, तो दिस इज योर डायमैग्नेटिक सब्सटेंस। इफ इट इज वेरी स्मॉल बट पॉजिटिव, -6 के आसपास में है बट इट इज पॉजिटिव, देन इट इज योर पैरामैग्नेटिक सब्सटेंस। जिसका वैल्यू 1, 2 और 3, 10 ऐसे कुछ हो बहुत ज्यादा, then it is your ferromagnetic substance. It is very large and positive. Okay, this is your point number 2. What we have said, that is net magnetic moment is very strong and its susceptibility is very large and positive. Point number 3 में क्या है? Its behavior can be explained by atomic model. भाई जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था कि एंगुलर मोमेंटम बताया था, ऑर्बिटल एंगुलर मोमेंटम इज 0, क्योंकि इसमें इसके ऑर्बिट्स में इवन नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इन पेयर्स, इसमें इलेक्ट्रॉन्स पेयर में नहीं रहते, तो इसमें कुछ इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल मोमेंट रिजल्टेंट होगा, जिसके कारण इसको एटॉमिक थ्योरी से एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं। वी कैन एक्सप्लेन दिस बाय मींस ऑफ एटॉमिक थ्योरी। व्हाट अबाउट दिस? This can also be explained by means of atomic theory, but here groups of atoms we have to take. Groups of we take assembly of atoms, और groups of atoms हम लोग देखेंगे जो कि एक जैसे डायरेक्शन में जिनका मैग्नेटिक डाइपोल मोमेंट है, तो जिनको हम लोग कहते हैं डोमेन। तो ये डोमेन थ्योरी से मतलब एक सिंगल एटम ना लेके पूरा ग्रुप एक ग्रुप में करेक्ट 10 एटम्स है समझ लीजिए। So we have such a big group which has at least 10 atoms per domain. That group is called domain in fact. And we can explain ferromagnetism on the basis of domain's displacement law. Okay, that means whenever such thing is placed in external field, all the domains which are not aligned with the external field, their areas are decreased, and the area of those domains which align in the direction of external field increases. Ultimately, entire system comes to be in the direction of external field. That is called domain theory. चौथा पॉइंट क्या है? फोर्थ पॉइंट क्या है? It moves from stronger to weaker. It moves from stronger to weaker magnetic field. अब कोई एक्सटर्नल मैग्नेटिक फील्ड में रखा गया है, अगर डायमैग्नेटिक सब्सटेंस है, तो जहां पर वीक है उधर ही वो इकट्ठा होंगे, जहां पर स्ट्रॉन्ग है वहां से भागेंगे। तो दिस इज व्हाट वी कॉल stronger to weaker part of external field. Here it moves just opposite. Here it moves from weaker to stronger part. यहाँ पर भी होगा, यहाँ पर मूव करेगा, बट जहाँ पर स्ट्रॉन्ग फील्ड है वहाँ पर ये सब्सटेंस ज्यादा इकट्ठा होंगे, ठीक है। And here we can say it is so strongly magnetized in the external field that each part of the substance has magnetic moment aligned to the external field that we have already said in domain theory. इनके एग्जाम्पल में देखिए क्या क्या एग्जाम्पल्स है। एग्जाम्पल बहुत जानना जरूरी, क्योंकि आपको आना चाहिए। बिस्मथ, कॉपर, गोल्ड, जिंक, लेड, वाटर और नाइट्रोजन, उसके बाद ये सोडियम क्लोराइड, नाइट्रोजन एसटीपी पे है, ध्यान दीजिएगा। ये बिस्मथ, ये कॉपर, गोल्ड, जिंक, लेड, वाटर तो मॉलिकुलर फॉर्म में, ये गैसियस फॉर्म में है, ये कंपाउंड फॉर्म में, लेकिन बाकी जितने आपके खाली एलिमेंट फॉर्म में है। देखिएगा सबके एटॉमिक नंबर कैसे है, दे आर ऑल इवन नंबर्स। दैट मीन्स देयर इज ऑलवेज सम पेयर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन इन द आउटर मोस्ट ऑर्बिट। दैट मीन्स दिस थ्योरी इज ऑलरेडी वैलिड, दैट इज नेट इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल मोमेंट इज 0। And for this one, that is paramagnetic substance, manganese, aluminum, sodium, platinum, oxygen, Sp3, and copper chloride. They are the examples of this paramagnetic substances. Let us come to ferromagnetic substance. Very common: iron, cobalt, nickel. It is gadolinium and magnetite. Magnetite is the most commonly found magnet, natural magnet. Fe2O3. Okay. This is a natural magnet, and rest of the thing they are just magnetic material. In fact, this is all about the substances of classifications in magnetic materials. That is, we have classified material into all the categories. Remember, this year at least, not every year. This year this portion, this is dia-para-ferromagnetism, has been removed from your latest CBSE syllabus. But you have to know some basic idea about such material for competitions, and that is why I have given this in a very tabular form. You just pause the video and then note down each and every point, and then you can just carry forward the other part of the video. Okay, now this is all about the classification of magnetic substance. Next we will discuss that how this solenoid can behave like a bar magnet, or a bar magnet can behave like a solenoid. Now we were discussing the bar magnet as an equivalent of solenoid. What is solenoid? You know it well that when we have winding of insulated copper wire on an insulator, and the ends of the wire is connected to a battery or current source, then the system behaves like a magnet. It also has one north pole and south pole. It will not attract iron or any other thing like a magnet, definitely, but it has some magnetic behavior. Okay, that is called solenoid. But here we have to discuss bar magnet as equivalent of solenoid. We can take it in otherwise also. We will prove solenoid. We will take a solenoid and we take it to bar magnet. Okay. In this way, let us consider a solenoid of number of turns per unit length. Number of turns per unit length n. Number 1. Number 2. Radius is small a, length 12. That you can very easily observe from the diagram. It is the radius of solenoid and length of the solenoid is 12, and it is total number of turns. The number of turns per unit length is small n. It is small n. This is given. Okay. Well, now if we consider that some current I is flowing through this solenoid, and to explain this as a bar magnet, why don't we take a small circular element of thickness dx in that solenoid? Okay. To find this, to do this, what we consider? We can consider the center of solenoid as the origin of coordinate axis. Remember, this is the center of solenoid, and at a distance x from this center, on its axis, at a distance x, suppose from the point O, we take a circular element, current element of thickness dx. Clear? Well, then total number of turns, total number of turns in the circular element ये कितना हो जाएगा n dx. ठीक है, इसको हम लोग लिख सकते हैं n डैश. ठीक है, ये टोटल नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स है. अच्छा, अब क्वेश्चन क्या है कि इसी एक्सिस पे एक पॉइंट हमने क्या ले लिया, P. We can take a point P where the magnetic field due to this current carrying element, circular element, we have to find. आपको मालूम है कोई भी करंट कैरिंग रिंग के लिए उसके एक्सिस पे मैग्नेटिक फील्ड क्या होता है? द मैग्नेटिक फील्ड इज ऑलवेज गिवन बाय, क्या चीज हो जाएगा यहाँ पर, एन आई ए स्क्वायर टू ए स्क्वायर प्लस एक्स स्क्वायर बाई 3/2. ये तब होता है जबकि x डिस्टेंस है सेंटर से, मतलब आपके सेंटर ऑफ सर्कुलर लूप से, और ए उसका रेडियस है, एन है नंबर ऑफ टर्म्स, टोटल नंबर ऑफ टर्म्स है, एंड आई क्या है, आई है करंट, एंड ए स्क्वायर इज द रेडियस स्क्वायर। तो यहाँ पर क्या होगा, यहाँ पर मैंने एक छोटा सा एलिमेंट डीएक्स के लिए कह रहा हूँ, तो यहाँ पे एन तो नहीं रहेगा, यहाँ पे एन डैश रहेगा, तो यहाँ पर ऐसे भी डी भी रहेगा, तो यहाँ पर हो जाएगा आपका एन डैश आई ए स्क्वायर अपॉन 2, and here we have r minus x whole square plus a square whole to the power 3/2. Remember, this n dash is your n dx, n dx I a square upon 2 r minus x whole square plus a square whole to the power 3/2. This is your dV, and equation number 1. ओके, ये इक्वेशन नंबर 1 आ गया। अब जो इंफॉर्मेशन जो दिया था डायग्राम में दिया है, आई एम जस्ट रबिंग ऑल सच इक्वेशन पॉइंट्स। लेट अस टेक दिस वन। ये मैग्नेटिक फील्ड हो जाएगा इस छोटे से एलिमेंट के लिए, पूरे सोलेनॉइड के लिए नहीं है। तो इस पॉइंट के लिए लेंगे तो n dx, n तो नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स पर यूनिट लेंथ है वो सोलेनॉइड का, I इज द करंट, A इज द रेडियस, एंड दिस मच ऑफ थिंग दैट यू हैव, ओके। एंड आफ्टर हैविंग दिस, व्हाट वी कैन हैव, व्हाट वी कैन से that let us just assume for the entire सोलेनॉइड। तो एंटायर सोलेनॉइड के लिए क्या करना होगा, हमको इंटीग्रेट करना पड़ेगा। तो आप देख सकते हैं x का मैक्सिमम वैल्यू इधर क्या है, l, इधर क्या है, माइनस एल। दैट मीन इंटीग्रेशन मस्ट बी टेकन प्लेस फ्रॉम माइनस एल टू एल। तो हम लोग ऐसे लिख सकते हैं b इक्वल टू फॉर द एंटायर सोलेनॉइड, b equal to n I a square upon 2 integration 1 upon r minus x whole square plus a square whole to the power 3/2 dx minus l to l। देखिए सब कुछ मैंने बाहर निकाल दिया, dx को छोड़कर, a square भी बाहर, I भी बाहर, n भी बाहर, and 2 भी, and rest of the thing I have taken inside, because we don't know that since x is already there and here dx is there. But we have not to calculate this integration. This can be done by some trigonometric way, but we will rather take the approximation. As you know, physics is totally based on approximation. यहाँ approximation लेंगे, वो क्या लेंगे कि r को बहुत बड़ा मानेंगे l से, और r को ही बहुत बड़ा मानेंगे हम x से। वो तो है ही, बहुत बड़ा है ही, दिख ही रहा डायग्राम से। तो that means this can be converted into r minus x whole square plus a square is approximately equal to r square। इतने को मैं r स्क्वायर मान सकता हूँ। तो दिस इज आवर इक्वेशन 2। इक्वेशन 2 becomes, इक्वेशन 2 becomes क्या मिल जाता हमको, b इक्वल टू n I a स्क्वायर बाई 2 माइनस l टू l dx, और यहाँ पे खाली r क्यूब हो जाएगा, तो r क्यूब को भी मैंने बाहर निकाल दिया। वी हैव नथिंग इनसाइड द integration, only dx is there. And naturally when we integrate, we can convert it into 2l, क्योंकि इसका इंटीग्रेशन 2l आएगा, n I a square 2r cube 2l। Okay, now we can take n 2l N and 12 together, then I, and then we have pi a square you can see that a square is already there, pi is not there, the pi will take it, but we will take pi in the denominator, 2 pi r cube, and now this can be equal to your total number of terms, and I am just taking it here in order to give some space for calculation. Equals to capital N I A upon 2 pi r cube. We can further write, sorry, mu naught is also there, nowhere we have written mu naught. Mu naught has to be there in the calculations. In all previous formula also we have ignored mu naught. We have not to ignore mu naught, but that is one of the most specific point. We must use that. Now we have mu naught upon 4 pi N I A 2 upon r cube. This one was equation number 3, I think, and this is your equation number 4. Well, now everywhere you have seen that mu naught you have to add, since it has been rubbed, you must add them in the previous calculation. Everything is given in the notes there. But when we have this thing, remember this NIA is your magnetic dipole moment. ये क्या होता है? मैग्नेटिक डाइपोल मोमेंट होता है. तो इसको स्मॉल m से लिख सकते हैं हम, म्यू नॉट अपॉन 4 पाई 2m हो गया, ये 2 पहले से था, अपॉन r क्यूब. This equation is very similar to the equation of magnetic field in axial position due to a bar magnet. Remember, ये एक्सप्रेशन वैसे ही है जो कि एक बार मैग्नेट के एक्सियल पॉइंट पे अगर मैग्नेटिक फील्ड निकाले जाए, जिसमें कि m is the magnetic dipole moment of that bar magnet. Clear? And therefore you can very easily have that the entire system can behave like a bar magnet. We have to discuss the bar magnet as the equivalent solenoid. Here we have taken just reverse thing. We have taken solenoid because solenoid has many dimensions like number of turns, current, radius, etc., length, and therefore we have taken a solenoid, and from that we have considered a ring, a thin current element of thickness dx, and then we proceeded, and after finalizing everything, we have reached to this particular state where it is very similar to the magnetic field due to a bar magnet at its axial position. In that way, we can prove that a bar magnet is a solenoid and solenoid is a bar magnet. Okay, and we can just have some experimental behavior also. We will just try, because it will not give as strong as a magnet, but it can at least give you some idea about what is solenoid, what type of solenoid is actually, and how it may behave like a magnet. It is not very strong, as strong as a magnet, but definitely it has some something similar. Let us see. You can just observe that this is a given solenoid. You can see how solenoid is made. That is by winding of insulated copper wire on this PVC pipe. This is insulated again, and here this is a compass box, and I have joined this with a battery. I've joined the ends of the solenoid with a battery, and then we put this. You can see this is moving very closer to one of the end, that is arrowhead is towards this, okay, towards this, okay. And let us check other side. Here arrowhead is coming out of it. Arrowhead is coming out of it, means here it is north pole and here it is south pole. It is not giving you the similar thing, but you can see that here curve automatically comes down to this end. This is south pole. This is totally correctly observing, and the curve is taken from this side, from it is coming out, emerging from this. Okay, it is very similar to that of a bar magnet. Here you can see it is coming out of this end. Okay, that curve will be quite larger, although we need more space. And just to check it with ordinary case, this is bar magnet, common commercially available bar magnet. You can see this is taken from north, and we can take it to south, north to south. Always remember, while drawing any curve, we have to put the solenoid or this in the direction of magnetic meridian in that place. From this experiment also we have seen that here solenoid can behave like a bar magnet, and bar magnet can behave like a solenoid. This is what we have, solenoid, and their behavior is quite identical. You can see that it is again going towards the other end of the solenoid, the arrowhead, and here it is emerging from this end. Arrowhead is not pointing towards this, but it is moving from this. It is coming out of this. Okay, and in that way we have seen that how solenoid can behave like a magnet. Okay, thank you.